Hi, I'm Calvin Emmanuel. I'm a parent of a student at ASU at the Tempe campus.
Hi, my name is Leah Doan. I am a professor in the Department of Psychology, and I'm also the area head for the developmental area of graduate training. So I always talk about the transition to college as this time of immense change and lots of opportunity, right? And so we think about this as opportunity for creating new relationships, pursuing new interests, but also a time of increasing independence.
I think for parents, we were kind of left at home dealing with boy, I miss my son, I miss my buddy, but it was somewhat of a difficult transition. We wanted always to be the best for him, and we felt as though we gave him a strong foundation, and this was the chance for him to step out and test his wings and grow and develop on his own. And so he participated in the on-campus events, went to sporting events, and he really became a Sun Devil. And I think that's when we got it forks up. We were all in, and we were celebrating with him. So I think some of the growing pains and challenges that we saw our student go through was really around prioritization. And it was everything from hanging out with friends to playing video games to doing homework, going to class.
There's a lot of pressure when you first go to college, right? Because sometimes you don't know how to do laundry by yourself yet, right? Or maybe you haven't had to think about planning what your days look like. There's actually a lot less structure in college environments than there are in the learning environments that most students are engaging in before they get to college. So it's really thinking about students becoming their own kind of agent.
As parents, it began, whereas before we was at home, we would be on top and say, hey, you've got to get this stuff done. All of a sudden, there wasn't that parent there every day checking in on how things were going. And it really became a place where he had to drive and get these things done.
I think families can actually be a great support for students. And the most important thing is not necessarily telling your student what to do, but really keeping those lines of communication open to listen to your student.
For parents, you always want to be there to be the director, the person that's helping to drive a lot of these things. And I think the biggest change for us as a family became we were no longer the director, but more of a consultant. When he's 17 hours away, that ability to fix things is not there. And that's where, his maturity kicked in and our ability to communicate and have discussions really became a key part to his overall growth and development.
Sometimes it actually can feel overwhelming to figure out which one is for me or how do I access them. So when thinking about these resources, I think a really cool one that I like is the First Year Success Center, which actually are peer coaches. And so it's a way for students to connect with other peers who've been through what they're going through. But importantly, I want students and families to also know about mental health resources, right? If they do find themselves, feeling stressed and starting to feel more anxious, there are great resources here on campus through the counseling center, so counseling services or health services, or even the Well Devils that really promote students taking kind of a holistic view in terms of their well-being.
I think some of the ones that came up for us that we, actually took advantage of and utilized was some of the ASU counseling. Transitions to college can be stressful for students, can be stressful for parents. Just to have a third-party person to have a private conversation with around some of the challenges was very helpful for us. I think the other one that I have to plug is ASU Families. For us, it gave us a chance to get connected to the university, participate in the family day events, but it helps us feel as though we're a part of the university as well.